We are live. Awesome. Okay, so hello. My name is Allie Pilkington. I've been with this business since, June of this year. And my husband is a dog handler, so a canine handler for the Navy, and we are stationed in Mississippi, which is like way far away from where any of either of us are actually from. I'm originally from Washington State. He's from Colorado, so we're in like a whole new different ball game of a place here. And so we actually got married 10 months ago in February. We're coming up on 1 year, which is so crazy for us and super exciting. But we got married and basically got stationed in Mississippi like a month after we got married. So it was all like super quick, super crazy. It was a really exciting but like kind of nerve-wracking time in our lives. When I lived in Washington, I was working like 75, 85-hour work weeks. So working a lot. I had like this, not like a really great career, but it was a pretty solid career, making good money for myself. And then when I moved and we got stationed in Mississippi, not only was I out of work for a month, but when I found a job, we're in Mississippi. So like the rate, like the pay rate is really low here. The minimum wage is really low. My income got cut in about a fifth of what it was. And for all you like military spouses, you know that also along with cost of living, the military basically pays on cost of living. So his pay got cut as well. So I went from working really good salary at like 75, 85-hour work weeks to working 15 hours a week, making $8 an hour. You guys, this like killed us, and we kind of ran through our savings pretty quickly because, you know, we had to pay bills. Just because our income dropped didn't mean that our bills changed at all. So ran through our savings pretty quickly. We didn't have a backup plan. We kind of were like panicking at this time. We had debt collectors starting to call us daily. It was really a crazy time in our life, and we really felt suffocated and like, you know, like we didn't have like any sort of security blanket. So we were really, really worried. And so I was like looking up ways to make money kind of on the side. I was like looking up, this sounds really silly every time that I say it, but I know that I'm not the only one who's been there. I was looking up like games on my phone to play for money. I was looking up like apps and like surveys to take and like stuff like that. You know, like I knew that they weren't going to be anything that was going to be bringing in a whole lot of money, but I just wanted something to kind of, you know, anything helps, right? So I was on Instagram one day. I was scrolling through my page, scrolling through my feed, kind of like clicking on people's stories like I do. And I came across one of my friends, and she had a post on there. It was like a post on her story, and it said something like, making money from Wi-Fi, like DM me if you're interested. And I was like, oh my gosh, like this is crazy. I've literally been looking for something like this. And so I reached out to her. I asked her, I was like, hey girl, what's this all about? Tell me about it. And we hopped on a call, and she told me about it. And it was kind of like everything that I was hearing was kind of aligning with what I was looking for. You know, stability, a good compensation plan, great products, you know, and everything was like sounding really great. But at the same time, the skeptic inside of me was kind of like, like what if like I fail? What if I don't know what I'm doing? What if like all this stuff goes wrong, you know? And she mentioned to me, she was like, you know, there's a huge supportive team of women behind you, supporting you along the way, teaching you how to do things. And if you hate it, there's a 30-day money back guarantee. And so I went to my husband and I was like, listen, we don't have this money to invest. We don't have any money at all, but I'm going to invest in this business. And I think that it could be really great for us. And he goes, you know, and of course he kind of had this kind of like worry. He was really supportive. He wanted to support me, but it was kind of like a worry of like, what if this doesn't go right? Like, what if we fail? And I was like, you know what? We're just going to go for it. We're going to invest. We're going to do it. And so I invested on June 9th. And since then, you guys, I've been able to not retire, but like I was able to quit that part-time job that I was absolutely hating because this took over that income. We're able to go home. In 8 days, we're going on leave driving back to Colorado to visit his family for 2 weeks. And I don't have to take off time for a job for that. Like, it's just like so much that this has given us. And not only that, but I've been able to meet these amazing women like Darcy. I would have never known Darcy if it wasn't for this business. And so it's really given me a way to have extra support and friends. So seriously, this business has been like so so empowering for us and so much. So that's kind of my backstory.
All right. Well, so I'm Darcy. I am Associate Market Mentor with the company. I've been in for 4 months as of the 6th. I joined August 6th of this year. So my story's similar. Most military wives have similar things going on. So Michael and I, that's my husband, he got news in February that we were moving to Puerto Rico. And we were in Pensacola, Florida. So I had a really good job. I was working for like a corporate company, working 9 to 5. I was bringing in about like $1,500 a month. So, I mean, I was able to, support us, but his pay also was helping. Like Ali said, we were getting allowance for our house, but our utilities weren't fully paid for. So I was paying for those. So I lived at home all through college, so I never had bills. So it was like a big jump for me. I had to start paying bills and all of that. So we got word we were going to Puerto Rico, and I was like, well, what am I going to do for work? Because one, they just had a huge hurricane come through, and a lot of things were destroyed, and a lot of people lost their jobs. And they're obviously going to hire Puerto Rican natives over, Joe Schmo that just moved from the States that's only here for 2 years, because they want someone who's going to be like sticking around. So I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to apply for jobs. So I applied, no lie, for like 125 jobs. Didn't hear back from a single person because all the applications said, are you bilingual? And I said no, I wasn't going to lie. So I was like, well, what am I going to do? So I kind of just put that on the back burner, kind of just figured it out as I was going. So we got engaged in April. We did courthouse wedding, got married literally 8 days after we got engaged because we just needed to get to Puerto Rico, needed it to go smoothly, and needed to be free because I wasn't going to be working for like 6 months. So I was like, we need this move to be free for me because if not, it's going to cost us way more than we want to spend. So we got married. Then we went into Fort Myers where he's from, where I went to college. That's where we met. We went back for his like 60 days of leave, and I picked back up my serving job that I had in college. And I got to thinking, I was talking with his parents, and I was like, what am I going to do for work? And they were like, well, like your house is 100% paid for. We don't have any utility bills. All we pay for is our Wi-Fi. So that's really nice. But I like to spend, I like to shop, and I didn't want to have to be like, hey, honey, can I buy this shirt that I think is cute? I wanted my own money. So I was the same thing, looking into all these things. And I was already a VIP customer. I was a VIP customer as of April. And the more and more I watched Sam's stories, I was like, you know what? Like, I could do this, and if I can't do it, then I'll figure it out what else I can do. But I was like, I'm going to give it a try because you never know until you try. So Michael and I hopped on the phone with her because he had a million questions. His parents own a business. He's a businessman. So he's like, I have some questions first. Like, I don't know, this sounds too good to be true. Literally, we were both like, this doesn't seem real. So we kind of we talked to Sam. He asked all of his questions. And then when I was about to move to Puerto Rico, like 2 weeks before I left, I was like, I'm doing it. I hopped on, and I have never been happier. Honestly, I've doubled my monthly income that I was making at my corporate job. I'm in Ohio right now and my husband's underway. So he goes underway for 3 weeks out of the month. So I'm home alone for that whole time. And I was like, it's Christmas. I'm not going to be home alone. And I was like, I don't have a job that I have to ask off for. So I'm going to buy a plane ticket last minute and I'm going to go see my family. So, I wouldn't have been able to do that if I had a corporate job because taking off a whole week before Christmas is not a thing. Like, it's not, unless you've been with the company for a really long time, like they don't care. So, yeah. So, that's basically my story. I really wanted to join this business because I wanted to be able to spend as much time with Michael when he was off duty with him as I could. Because it was when I was working corporate, I would work 9 to 5. I would come home, make dinner, shower, go to bed. And it was like I never got to spend any time with him. And it was like I had to just rely on the weekends. And then he worked every other weekend. So it was like I only got to really spend 24 hours with him every other weekend. So that was my big reason as to joining this. Obviously, I I'm I'm a money person. Like I said, I like to spend. So I wanted income, but I really honestly wanted to be able to spend as much time with Michael as I could. So I've been able to do that. We've been able to travel. We've seen so many cool places in Puerto Rico. So yeah, but that is a little bit about my story.
I
So you
love
want to move on?
that. I feel like so many of the so many military spouses have kind of the same story, you know, like the military, it's not very forgiving, you know, like it's not like, hey, like you can take 3 years to like court and, you know, get engaged and do whatever. It's kind of like, no, like bam, 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 like things have to be done because you're going to be moving all over the place, you know? So everyone's probably sitting here like, okay, that's great. I love your guys' stories, but like, tell me about this business. Tell me about the products. So this business is really set apart from basically any other direct sales company because we are the first and only in this market to be the first and only, you guys, first and only anti-aging, clinically proven anti-aging hair care company in the direct sales marketing at all. Like that's huge. So basically we have like zero competition. Like there's no one that we're like on the side of like, oh, I got to compete for their like market. I got to compete for their market. Like no, like we are the only anti-aging, clinically proven anti-aging hair care company in the market right now. It's awesome. This company was also started, or we went into distribution 4 years ago. So we're still pretty much on the ground level, which is amazing, you guys. It means that the potential is absolutely limitless. I mean, the potential is limitless regardless, but the market is so far from saturated. So this is a perfect time to get in because you have so much more growing to do. The company itself was started by a family that actually has been in the beauty industry for over 15 years. So it's not like, you know, they got into this and they're not really sure what they're doing. They're trying to find their footage. It's nothing like that. They are pros at this. Like they know what they're doing. They have a business like planned down. They have the market down. They know, you know, they know what their market is going to want. Like there's no testing around it, you know, like they know, they are solid. So they've been in it so long that this business is already booming because of like the owners already know what they're doing. So it's amazing. The actual company itself, the products themselves, the reason that they are so successful and they like are clinically proven is because we have some main ingredients in our products. We have Capixel, which is going to protect the scalp while also promoting growth. So that's where you're going to see a lot of growth of the products. Sorry, my tongue is like all over the place. I get ahead of myself. We have Procataline, which is the natural blend of antioxidants, which actually protects the hair strands and gives the hair like that shine. So, you know, everyone wants that healthy shine on their hair. Nobody wants dull hair right now, like, right? So, and then that third is Crotasorb, which is going to protect against UV ray light or UV rays like from the sun and whatnot, which is so crazy, you guys. Before I got into this, I always thought, you know, like everyone always hears like, oh, don't go in the tanning beds, don't go and like sit out in the sun because it's going to hurt your skin. But I never, like, maybe this is just the dummy in me coming out, but I never actually thought about how it was going to like affect my hair, right? So that is actually going to be the agent in it that is going to protect your hair against UV. And then also what sets our products apart is our patent Rejuvenique oil. So this oil is incredible. You'll hear us ladies talking about it as the magic sauce, and that's exactly what it is, you guys. This oil has literally over 101 uses. I use it on my face, on my hair, on my dogs, on my cat. Like my cat is a long-haired like fur, and so he'll get gnats and whatnot, and I'll put like a couple drops of oil in there, brush them right out. Like works like magic. So amazing. What sets this oil apart is it's actually a blend of 13 plus different essential oils. What it does is its molecular structure is actually small enough to penetrate to the cortex of the hair. So basically it penetrates to the middle of the hair and heals the hair from the inside out. This is incredible. If you've heard of people using like coconut oil or olive oil or like argan oil and stuff like that and like putting on their hair to like get some extra moisture, what those products are actually doing is coating the hair and sitting on top of the hair and basically causing like this waxy buildup. So those products don't have a molecular structure that's actually small enough to penetrate into your skin and into your scalp. So they just sit right on top, right? Another scary part about that is that when you're using coconut oil on your hair and then going and like using heat on your hair or something, coconut oil has a burning point of 350 degrees, you guys. So if you're using heat on your hair after using coconut oil, you're literally like frying your hair like a tater tot, like so crazy, right? So this is like, that's where Rejuvenique oil is totally different. It has the molecular structure small enough to actually get in and nourish the hair and actually bring it back to life. So you're probably sitting there like, that's cool, like whatever, but like, why are these products so awesome? So our products are actually naturally and botanically based. So if you don't know what botanically based is, it just basically means the core of it is essential oils. So super awesome. We say no to like parabens, no phthalates, no phthalates, no sulfates, nothing like that. No harmful fragrances or like harmful ingredients, nothing like that. So our products are also Leaping Bunny approved, which is super awesome. Like no animal testing, which was a huge thing for me. Like when I was hearing about these products, it was almost like, okay, like that's awesome. The money sounds great, but is this a product that I can trust and like suggest to my family and friends? Like, is this something that I want to put my name behind? And after I was like doing all my research and like looking into this, I was like getting so excited. And I wasn't a hair person before this business. Like I was the girl, straight up, you guys, I had like dreadlocks in the bottom portion of my hair. I had shaved half my head. Like I was like that rebel when it came to my hair. I didn't brush my hair except for maybe like once every 2 weeks. And so I was not a hair person before getting into this business. But really what set it apart was the fact that it was naturally based. It was cruelty free. It was just like a product that everything that this company stood for, I was like reading over their vision and reading over their basically like their, you know, like what they stand for. And it was like everything just kind of aligned with my heart and everything like aligned with like what I was looking for. So that's kind of something about the products themselves. I think that Darcy was going to talk kind of about the compensation plan and like kind of how we're paid and whatnot.
Yeah, I also want to touch on too, when she was saying that we're ground level, the market itself is huge because everyone washes their hair. I mean, it's not something that you have to kind of force someone to be interested in, you know, like people that sell makeup or even like essential oils or any of that. Like some people aren't interested in that, but everyone washes their hair, so you can get someone's interest on shampoo because it's used every day. So wanted to touch on that. And also when I was doing some research on Instagram just because I was kind of trying to see if I should move my market to like Facebook as well. And Instagram actually has 500 million active users, and that's insane. So we have 100,000 active market partners, and there's 500 million active Instagram users. So the potential is huge for you to grow this team. And like now is the time because we are so new, because I don't want people waiting and then 2 years down the road all their friends are doing it and it's like all your friends are doing it, so you know, like your market is kind of gotten smaller because you don't have many people that aren't doing it. I just feel like in the next 4 years everyone is going to be doing this, honestly. So why not start now and get a head start so you can be a director and your friends can just be starting, you know? Like I don't know, that's just my mindset on it. But yeah, that was a little off topic. Sorry. So a little bit about like compensation plan and like how we get paid, because I know a lot of people like me, I'm money motivated. So like yeah, I want to know like how, that was my first question. Like, how do I get paid? Like, is this real? Are these checks real? Blah, blah, blah. So yes, they are. We're living proof that they are. So we get commission. So we get commission on sales. So VIP sales, retail sales, you get commission on signing someone up. You literally get paid for every single sale, other than if you're buying something yourself. Like you're not obviously going to get paid for that because yeah, you didn't really do much for that. I wish, because I spent a lot of money on products because I'm so obsessed. But so yeah, commission on that. We have bonuses. So there's a period called Smart Start. It's your first full 2 months in the business. So say you were to start today, you have the rest of December, and then you have all of January and all of February, and that's where the money is made. So basically the company is just setting you up for success and giving you so much money for basically starting a foundation. So all you really need to do is just recruit some girls and get some customers, and you're making thousands of dollars. And it's just like, that's awesome for the company to do. And the reason they can do that is because we started debt free. So they're able to just give us these bonuses and, you know, like give us incentives and let us, you know, like, I don't know, like get us more excited to like do what we do because they have the money to do that because they're not in debt. So with the Smart Start, you literally are building a foundation, building a team for the future. And that's what you want to do in your first couple months. You know, you want to build a team because you want to have that solid group of girls that you can run this business with, and then they can start making money. And it's just like everyone's making money. It's just, I don't know. It's crazy how much they give, because you would think, like, I know a lot of people, because I have a lot of friends who do other MLMs, and it takes them a really long time to make their investment back. So when I signed up, I paid $300. I made it back in a couple of weeks, and then I multiplied it by, like, I don't know, a lot by this point. I don't know, but it's just, it's not easy, because I don't ever want to say that this job is easy, because it is very hard work, but it's simple. Like, it really honestly is not as difficult as people would think it is. You're going to use the products, you're going to love the products. You're literally going to walk down the street, someone's going to say, "Hey, your hair is pretty," and you're going to say, "Oh, hey, here's my business card. Let's talk." Like, honestly, you're walking advertisements, and that right there sells itself. Like, you're going to love the products, and why not get paid to promote products that you love? Because you're already talking about the lipstick that you just bought that you love. You're already talking about the, I don't know, I don't really wear makeup, but like the Starbucks drink that you just got that you fell in love with, and you're sharing it on your Instagram story. They're going to Starbucks, they're spending money, Starbucks is getting paid. Why not use these products on your hair, love them, talk about them a little bit, and then sell the products and make money? So you're getting the money, not the company that, you know, produces the product. I mean, they're getting money too, obviously, but you're getting paid instead of just Starbucks or just Kylie Jenner lip kit. I don't know. I don't buy makeup, but I know how expensive that stuff is. So, but yeah, and also we don't have any quotas. So that is huge. That was a huge reason why I joined this company, was because I knew that I wasn't going to be punished or penalized or lose my like license to sell if I couldn't sell X amount in 1 month. So that's amazing. So say you don't sell $1,000 and then like the next month you do. Awesome. Good job. You know, like you're not going to be punished if the next month you don't do as well as the last month. Obviously there's ranks that you can hit, so you're going to want to do better each month. But if you don't, if you decide you need a break because something big happens in your life, I don't know, if you're going through something and you just need to take a couple weeks off, you can do that. So also we don't carry inventory, which is huge. So anything that you buy from the company is yours to use or yours to gift or whatever you want to do with it. You don't have to spend a single dollar if you don't want to. You know, after you make that initial sign up, you don't have to buy anything else. And that is amazing to me. You know, you don't have to make these trips to the post office. You don't have to go door to door and deliver these things. I would be screwed if I had to do that, because shipping things from Puerto Rico is expensive, and getting around in Puerto Rico is a hassle. You know, like I don't even drive there because it terrifies me. So yeah, so that right there is huge, that we don't have inventory and we don't have quotas. So I don't know of many other companies that do that. If there are, then awesome. I haven't heard of them, but that right there is honestly what sold me the most. I don't know if you want me to. I don't think there's anything else on.
No, I
Oh
think.
yeah, we do get paid 5 times a month. I do want to mention that. So we get paid every Friday, and then we get our bonus checks on the 15th. So like this past bonus check was on a Saturday, so they gave it to us on a Friday. So we got double paid on Friday, which was amazing. So I used to get paid once a week when I was serving, but my checks were little because I made tips and I made like $4 an hour. But I've never been paid like a lump sum of money every Friday and then get this huge bonus once a month too, you know, like that is another thing I've never heard of. So that's just kind of how we make money. It all makes more sense once you like see it all laid out. But that's it. The amount of money to make in this company, especially in your first couple of months, is, I still honestly, my first bonus check, I couldn't even believe it. I almost like fainted. So yeah, it's real.
No, and it's crazy. It's like, it's also something that ties it back to like, especially for military spouses, is you guys, like our husband is on a fixed income, you know, like whatever he's making at that time in his like career, that's all he's making. Like he doesn't have overtime. He doesn't have, you know, like he can't go in on a Saturday and work for double pay, or like he doesn't have holiday pay. It's nothing like that. It's like whatever rank he is or whatever commission or salary he is, he's stuck there until like something else happens, you know, until like that once every 6 months he's able to take that test and see if he maybe makes a little more, if he maybe doesn't, you know. So that's something that's really awesome about this business, is that the earning potential is limitless, you guys. Like you can surpass what even your husband is making from like the military, which is so amazing. Another thing that really hit it on the head for me, you guys, is that like I said, I moved from Washington, right? My entire family, my friends, like my entire life was in Washington. I had never lived more than maybe like 4 hours away from my parents. And that's when I was going to college. So I was still coming home on the weekends and seeing them for holidays, you know? So I was still home pretty often, you know? And that's my whole life. So uprooting my life and moving somewhere totally different, where I was like basically starting over, that was huge for me. I didn't know anyone here. I still don't really have like a whole ton of friends here. Like, you know, it's just kind of, I feel like in the military, it's kind of like, you know, you're only going to be somewhere for 3 to 5 years. So why make roots? Why make a huge group of friends? Why do this, you know? And so that was something that really stuck out to me about this business, was not only am I being supported by these women that I would have never met without this company, but it's friendships that no matter where I go, they're going to be with me. You know, it's a stability of relationships that, of course, I have my husband. I'm like so thankful that he's here. Like you know, obviously I wouldn't even be here if he wasn't here. Like I wouldn't be in Mississippi without him, but you know, I'm so thankful for him. But it's so nice having that other support outside of him that, you know, like is always there. And no matter if we get stationed overseas or if we get like stationed back home or like whatever, like this group of women, they're not going anywhere. Like they're my like they've really become my family. So that was something super awesome about it. And then like also being in the military, like I'm only going to be here for 3 years. So I can't go out into town or, you know, go off of base and like find a job where I can work up the ladder to be making like these boo-boo bucks, right? It's not going to happen. I don't have time. I'm not going to be here for 10 to 15 years to make that happen. So this is amazing, because not only am I able to start making money right away and start really like growing our income to be able to like do so many awesome things, but when I leave here, I I can take my business with me, right? It's a stable income that's always going to be there. So, you know, stable income, stable relationships, and it's an amazing company to work for. We are so freaking spoiled. And every day, like every time that like the company like drops a flash sale, or every time that like new incentives come out, I know for me personally, and I can probably speak for every woman in this company, when that happens, we just get overwhelmed with like thankfulness, because we are so stinking blessed with this company. And I honestly look back and I'm like, you know, what if I would have let all of those what ifs get in my head, all of those like all of that you know, what if I would have let all that skepticism like get in my way and I would have said no to this opportunity? You know where I would be? I would be working a part-time job. My husband and I would still have debt collectors calling daily. We would not be on track to be paying off our debt by the end of 2019, which for us is huge, you guys. We wouldn't be going to Vegas in April, completely paid for by the company, which Darcy, like, so congratulations to like qualifying. So excited for you. You know, like we wouldn't be going to Vegas. We wouldn't be going on these paid vacations. I wouldn't be, you know, picking up my car, like my free Cadillac in 2019, you know, like we wouldn't be having all of this amazing stuff. And so when I look back, I am so grateful and thankful that I stopped being a what ifer and I started being like a go-getter. And seriously, you guys, if you allow this company to spoil you, they are going to spoil the crap out of you. So, I don't know. I mean, if there's any portion of you that's kind of like wondering, get with the person who sent you the link for this call, or if you're watching the playback, get with the person who tagged you in this call and talk to them. If you have a little like more questions, or if you're ready to get going, like text them, like let them know. And seriously, let this change your life, you guys. You will not be disappointed. I know that there is not one day that I wake up and I'm like, oh darn, like I'm so sad that I invest in this company. Like, no, like every day I wake up and I'm like, okay, what can I do to better myself? What can I do to better my business? How is this like day gonna be the most amazing day ever? Like, even not even so much for the financial reasons, but my mindset is like, it astonishes me. Like I was a super negative person. So it astonishes me like how much just being around a group of women that are building you up on a daily basis can really just like change your mindset and completely change your life. Darcy, did you want to add anything?
I'm super excited about Vegas. You really just got me even more excited. I texted Michael, even though he has no service because he's in the middle of the ocean. I was like, we're fully qualified. We're going to Vegas. I can't wait for him to have service and text me back. But yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, the time is now, because if I would have joined when I joined as a VIP in April, I would have went to the Bahamas. You know, I would have been in the Bahamas with all the girls that were there in September. I would have probably already been almost qualified for my Cadillac. Like, it's just, I hate looking back at that and saying, wow, I should have joined when I was first approached about this. And every single time I think about that, I'm like, I am so dumb. Like, I'm a dumb. Why did I do that? But seriously, like she said, I don't wake up a single day like bummed at all. I don't have to set an alarm clock, which is my biggest thing. Like, I had to get up at 6 a.m. for my corporate job and I freaking hated it. And now, you know, I still get up early because I'm excited to work, which is crazy. Like, I get up super excited to answer my emails, answer my texts, like get with my girls and talk about our days and whatever. I get super excited, but I don't have to get up early if I don't want to. You know, I can sleep in and I can travel and work wherever. You know, that is amazing to me because, like I said earlier, Michael's gone for 3 weeks out of the month, and I don't like to be alone because I also don't have a large group of friends in Puerto Rico. There's like 2 wives that I talk to, and I really honestly like don't know where I would be. I would probably be in a state of depression, honestly. I would just be sitting around like waiting for Michael to get home, twiddling my thumbs. I don't know. Like, it's crazy to think where I would be without this, but now that this is, I don't like ever want to do anything else. Like, I honestly like talk about going when we get back to the States and just getting like a fun part-time job, you know? And that's the thing, like, I'm making enough with this company that I can do that. So I can go, like, I would love to be able to like coach a big cheer team. Like, I was a cheerleader my whole life. That'd be awesome. And just to think that that's possible is insane. So just stop letting fear get in your way, because we were both scared when we joined this. We were all scared when we did this. We both had no idea what we were doing, you know, but we learned. And that's the thing. No one's going to let you fail. The only person that's going to let you fail is yourself. I mean, we have a group of so many supportive girls that if you need help with anything, they're there for you in minutes. So just, if you're nervous that you're not a salesperson or you're not a hair person, neither were we. We learned how to do that, and now we are where we are because we asked questions and we watched trainings, we got involved. Like, there's so much information that you're never going to be at a spot where you are lost. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. It's just like she said, whoever sent you this link, whoever tagged you in this video, reach out to them, ask them the questions, discuss your fears with them, and they'll let you know you have nothing to lose. There's nothing to lose. Like, and you won't know until you try. So
exactly. And like, Honestly, the way that I look at it is you can either, for me, this is the way I looked at it when I was getting in this business. I was like, okay, I can invest this money into this business and, you know, in X amount of time, I can be like financially free. I can be happier with my life, or I can invest this amount of this money in business in 30 days, figure out if it's for me or not. If it's not, I can pack my box up, send it back, and get my money back and be right where I am right now. What the heck is there to lose? Literally nothing. So thank you guys so much for hopping on. Darcy and I have really enjoyed it. And again, if you have any questions, seriously, guys, the only way that you can fail in this business is if you don't take that leap, if you don't go for it, and if you sit there just wondering, like, what if, what if, what if? Like, I was that person. Don't be that person. Don't wonder what if. Like, get in, get started, and get going, because it's going to change your life, you guys. So excited for everyone that's watching this. Thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to watch. Bye.
Bye, guys.